So here we're going to look at a old exam paper where we have to use our knowledge of section 1 or in the syllabus or chapter 1 in the book, and it's actually quite easy, but there's a few things that's tricky here. One thing that many people find a little tricky here is the Latin name here, the Marachia formicaria. I'm not even sure if I'm pronouncing it right, but don't worry, it's not an oral exam. So we have a spider here. We can see it. It has 4 pair of legs, and we ask which trophic level does this here belong to. And here is the trick to look here up in the text. We know that it's an arachnid, that it prey on the insect that it eats. So it eats other insects. Or insects. It's not an insect itself, it's an arachnid, but it eats insects. So if it eats another animal, then a good answer, I think I hear, would be that it's a secondary consumer. You could also say third trophic level. But I do think that secondary consumer is the best answer. Then they ask us to state the genus. And it's important to remember that the first name here is a genus, and the second name here is our species. So our genus here, to state that, is just writing and again we don't have to pronounce it, but it's enough to know that this one here is our genus. Then they ask some keys. Use paired choices of a feature to identify species such as the ant, mimic, jumping spider. State the name of these keys. Again, we used them in a few videos here. It's a dictominus key. And you don't have to write keys. Dictominus is enough to get the point, but dictominus key, then you know it's that. So here's an example on how we can use the knowledge we have here to get the points. So here we are shown the diagrams of 6 arthropods, 4 which are arachnids. And arachnids are the spiders, the scorpions, the pseudoscorpions, the ticks, the daddy long legs, and so on. But first they ask us to state 2 common features of all the arthropods that are visible. And this visible here is important because we can't talk about DNA, we can't talk about behavior, we can't talk about mating, anything else. But we have to talk about what we can see. And my first choice here would always be that they all have exoskeleton. They have this hard outer shell, which is something that's common for all arthropods. And you can then go for us saying they all have 6 legs or more, but I will here like to go for they all have segmented legs. You can see all the legs have segments on them. So that will go for all arthropods. Then they ask us to state 2 common features of all the arachnids that can be used to distinguish them. And the first one here, and the one that's easiest to remember, is that they have 4 pair of legs. And you can see that also here. That all spiders and have the 4 pair of legs. And then you see, well, the scorpions also have the claws, but we don't count them as part of the legs. And the other one is that for scorpions, pseudoscorpions, whip scorpions, so on, spiders, they have a segmented body in 2 parts. They have the front, it's a phallothorax, and the back, the abdomen. You don't have to remember the names, but I will say here that you have a segmented body in 2 parts. Then last, they ask us to state the letters of the 4 here that are arachnids and 4 pair of legs. Yep. 4 pair of legs. Yes. 4 pair of legs. Indeed so. 4 pair of legs. Yes. So B, C, D, and E are all 4 arachnids.